And welcome back to the Hartmeyer Ice Arena Sands Ice. For Utter Chaos, we have the 6 o'clock game upon us. Mad Rollin Dolls B team versus arch rival Roller Derby B team. We're going to run down some rosters and kick it off. In the white, we have the Mad Rollin Dolls, Dairyland Dolls B team. Number 101, Quilla DeVille. Number 120, Battle Frog. Number 141, Hammer Abbey. 24, Shantastic McAwesome. Number 262, Nat Splat. 270, Slyanide. Number 273, Crystal Ice. 3006 is Bonnie Riot. 32 is Dalek Doll. 65 is Blanche Devereaux. 672, La Marche Madness. 739 is Goldman Smacks. 7734 is Hell Woods. 800 is Bada Boombox. And number 81 is Gouda Riddance.
And here's arch rival Roller Derby St. Lunachicks. Number 0 is Knox. Number 007 is Trigger Happy Jackie. Number 1040 is Augie Wartooth. Number 124 is Flash. Number 13 is Bloody Gaga. Number 1838 is Holliver Fist. Number 32 is Shaquille O'Neal. Number 480 is Pixie Destruction. Number 5 is Guy Fox. Number 52 is Rock's Lobster. Number 567 is Splatter. Number 6 is Bruise Almighty. Number 7 is Ultraviolet. Number 817 is Carmina Piranha. And number 87, Subab Fight.
And with that, both rosters have been read, but the first jam has happened. Lead jam went to Ultraviolet Jammer for arch rival Roller Derby St. Lunachicks. They are in black with the pink accents, and the Dairyland Dolls are in white with the blue gingham accents. Arch rival putting up 2 points.
Jamming for the Dairyland Dolls, that is Shimtastic Miss Awesome, who's lead jammer for Madison. Jammer for arch rival is Aggie Wartooth.
And a reach and a star pass off to the pivot for the Lunachicks. The St. Lunachicks, excuse me. That is now pivot turn jammers. 5, 6, 7, Splatter.
Jamming for the Dairyland Dolls in white, that is Blanche Devereaux. For arch rival in black, that is Flash.
And it's going to be a forearm assessed to Blanche Devereaux, jammer for the Dairyland Dolls. So a power jam in favor of the St. Lunachicks jam. Lead jammer going to number 124. That is Flash.
Five points to arch rival. Bring them up to 7.
Great offensive move from the St. Lunachicks, but the Dairyland Dolls able to recycle and pull the track cut on Flash. Now the tables have turned. Power jam in favor of the Dairyland Dolls. Blanche Devereaux out on her initial.
We're going to see a 2-minute jam.
Blanche calling for her offense, and her offense comes as she completes a 5-point scoring pass. And that's going to be a back block assessed to the jammer for arch rival, sending her back to the Baron Bottle penalty box, extending the power jam in favor of the Dairyland Dolls.
This jam will come to its natural conclusion. There. Score now 19 for Dairyland Dolls, 7 for arch rival.
Dairyland Dolls starting out this jam in a power jam. They field La Marche Madness as their jammer. La Marche, a transfer from Stevens Point last year, has played for a few years, but this is their first season on the Dairyland Dolls and first lead jam of the game for them.
And this is going to be a power jam for Flash this time.
And that is going to be a 2-minute jam for your viewing pleasure. Great defense up front going on from Battle Frog and Hell Woods. But Flash is out, picking up 5 points on that pass. And La Marche sneaking around, practically untouched for a matching, almost matching 4.
Going to be 4 for the St. Luda Chicks, 4 for, oh, excuse me, yeah, 4 for the Dairyland Dolls.
And a track cut right off the bat, sending Nat Splat to the penalty box. Power jam in favor of St. Lunatics right off the bat. But they have to get through the defense first to gain that lead jammer status.
Scoring this jam 29 for the Dairyland Dolls, 23 for arch rival. Lead now awarded to the St. Lunatics.
Great defensive work on the side of the Dairyland Dolls, holding for 40 seconds of that before lead jam was established. Nat Splat back on the track, working on her initial. Star pass on the side of the Dairyland Dolls to the pivot Dalek doll as she looks to exterminate some points.
Dairyland Dolls come out of that with 5 points. It's going to be another 5 for Dalek Doll. 39 now for the Dairyland Dolls. 23 for Arch Rival.
And right off the bat, lead jammer picked up by Udder Riddance of the Dairyland Dolls.
Jammer for Arch Rival is Oliver Fist. Udder Riddance headed to the penalty box on a track cut. This is going to be a power jam for the St. Lunatics. Inside, that's going to be 4 points for the Dairyland Dolls on that pass. Another 5 around for Udder Riddance.
And another 2-minute jam for everyone's fun times.
Udder Riddance now up to 14 on the jam. There's the whistle, 53 for the Dairyland Dolls in white, 27 for the 31 for Arch Rival in black. Jamming for the Dairyland Dolls B team, that is Hammer Abby in white, and for Arch Rival, that's Ultraviolet in black.
Lead jammer going to Ultraviolet. And a penalty going to Bonnie Riot of the Dairyland Dolls. Hammer looking for a point. Wah, wah. And a timeout being called by Arch Rival. And back on the track, number 24, Shantastic McAwesome Jammer for the Dairyland Dolls, working up against that wall of 4 strong defense as the Dairyland Dolls have a short pack starting this one, but a bump by Crystal Ice to the outside catches the lead Jammer. That is Aggie Wartooth.
5 points for the St. Lunatics on that pass. Box clears out for the Dairyland Dolls.
And arch rival skater headed to the Baron Bottle penalty box. As Star Pass has been completed on the side of the Dairyland Dolls to their pivot, Crystal Ice, as a 5-point pass. 4-point pass. No, yeah, 4 points. Put up by arch rival.
It's going to bring the score within 10 on this jam so far.
And a little hop over that apex by Crystal Ice. That apex is the Utter Chaos crew apex. Arch calling it off. 4 more points put up by them. Total of 13 points on that jam.
Ian's Pizza is a proud sponsor of the Mad Rollin Dolls. Ian's Pizza has 2 downtown locations, 100 State Street next to the Capitol and 319 North Francis near the Kohl Center. Both locations are open late. You can order online at ianspizza.com, and downtown delivery is available.
High block being assessed to Slyanite on the side of the Dairyland Dolls. Lead Jammer being awarded to the Jammer for arch rival. That is Flash. And Blanche Devereaux able to sneak in there for 1 point for the Dairyland Dolls.
Jamming now for the Dairyland Dolls. It's going to be La March Madness in the white up against Bloody Gaga for arch rival in the black. Bloody Gaga is your lead jammer.
Little bit of a skate fix there on the way out as well. Bloody Gaga up in front, calling it off. 3 points for the St. Lunatics. Only a 1-point game. Where are your cowbells at, Madison? Okay, get them ready. I heard that one out there. I said, where your cowbells at, Madison?
Jamming now for the Dairyland Dolls is going to be Nat Splat for arch rival. It's going to be Oliver first. It's fist, not first. I don't read great sometimes.
Big hit, no pass, no penalty for Nat Splat, who's out first, but not lead jam.
5 points for Dairyland Dolls around the outside to pick those up. Lead still not awarded in this jam.
And with an emphatic call off from their bench, arch rival does call it off. But Madison picking up 6 points. Back on the track, number 7, Ultraviolet, lined up against Gouda Riddance. For the Dairyland Dolls, it is Ultraviolet who is your lead jammer. Nice offensive work by the St. Lunatics up the inside line.
And here we go again. Hammer Abbey jamming for the Dairyland Dolls in white up against Aggie Wartooth for the St. Lunatics in black.
Whistles being blown. We have, looks like, a penalty going to some arch rival blockers on headed to that bear and bottle penalty box. We'll be joined by some Dairyland Dolls as well. But in the meantime, arch rival St. Lunatics picked up lead jam and 4 points. Hammer coming around for a scoring pass, but getting driven to the inside by number 32, Shekill O'Neal.
Four apiece. Arch rival still 4 ahead on the jam and 1 ahead in the score. There was a score change.
And call off that jam. We have a 1-point game again. Hey.
Jamming now is Flash for Arch rival in black and Fantastic McAwesome in white for the Dairyland Dolls.
24 versus 124. Shantastic McAwesome emerges as the lead jammer. Flash still working up against that defense in front. Driven to the out by Bonnie Riot. And a track cut being called on St. Lunatics jammer, sending her to the beer and bottle penalty box. Power jam in favor of the Dairyland Dolls. Shan trying to hop over that inside line, but getting recycled back by the pivot of arch rival. That is number 567, Splatter.
Flash was awarded 2 penalties, so this is going to be a full minute-long sit for the arch rival jammer.
Blanche Devereaux on the track for the jammer for the Dairyland Dolls. Starting off this power jam. St. Lunatics doing a great job of the defense. Holding her back for almost 30 seconds. Blanche calling for her offense as she enters and tiptoes around that apex, picking up 5 points. Multiplayer block being assessed to the pivot, Dalek doll for the Dairyland Dolls. And Blanche calls off that jam, having picked up 3 more points, total of 8 on the jam. Dairyland Dolls 83-65, arch rival.
Jamming out for the Dairyland Dolls, that is La March Madness, who's got a lead for the Dolls, up against Bloody Gaga for arch rival.
Pivot party in the penalty box. Oh, party's over.
Jamming now for the Dairyland Dolls, it's Nat Splat up against Oliver Fist for arch rival.
And Nat season opening on that inside line, breaking free for a lead jammer for the Dairyland Dolls B team. It's like a forearm being assessed to a St. Lunachic's blocker and a cut being assessed to Nat Splat jammer. So this is a power jam in favor of Oliver Fist and a 2-minute jam.
Star pass done by the St. Lunachic's. New jammer is Splatter.
Hey, you wanna be my jammer? Yeah. You didn't say anything about 2 minutes. You didn't say anything about that. Too bad.
That's my favorite. The second you hand the cap off to the pivot and then you hear that whistle, that means 2-minute jam.
And the moment that your hand lets go of it and you're like ding 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 ding, you cannot unbe the jammer.
Unfortunately.
More whistles being blown, a forearm being called on the now jammer for arch rival, sending her back her for the first time to the penalty box. And Nat Splat back out on the track. So, yep, and that's going to be a back block for Nat. She knew that right away. So, a jammer sit down, a jammer stands up. We know that dance. And Nat Splat was released from that penalty box at the very end of that jam. So we're going to start this next jam. Both jammers on the track. Hooray!
This is an official review called by arch rival. And a good time to tell you who the officials actually are. Our skating officials this evening want you to know that they are all women, and they are Chunk Rock Girl, Bibbidi Bobbidi Boom, Artie FM, Maria Von Slap, Uno Mas, Jane Goodcall at Doc, and Colin M. Fairley. And for our NSOs, we have Keister Money, Ms. Informed, Sid I, JC Chaotic, Lightning Foltz, Chupacabra, A. Gru, Bert Hurt, FN Zebra, Alicia Tees, and Manosaur.
Arch rival was asking for the forearm penalty on their jammer to be rescinded. They didn't feel that the forearm penalty, that there was any gain from that action.
Back on the track, number 7 jammer for arch rival Ultraviolet. But your lead jammer is Gouda Riddance for the Dairyland Dolls B team. Gouda around for a 5-point pass. Dalek Doll with the recycle back on Ultraviolet. Gouda getting hung up in the back by the defense of arch rival. And a track cut being assessed to Ultraviolet. That is going to be a power jam in favor of the Dairyland Dolls B team as Gouda Riddance continues to put up points. Oh, and look at that apex jump by Gouda Riddance. That apex jump brought to you by the Chaos Crew. Beautiful hit at the very end there by Dalek Doll, who has been a terror to Ultraviolet this whole jam.
That's the end of the jam. 20 points for the Dairyland Dolls on that, going to a 115.70 for arch rival. Dr. Julie Quale with LSM Chiropractic is excited to be a sponsor of Udder Chaos Tournament. LSM has 16 locations in and around the Madison area, the newest at 5609 Medical Circle on Madison's west side. They accept most insurances, and Dr. Quale and her colleagues consider service to the community one of their most fun and rewarding commitments.
Back on the track, Hammer Abby Jammer for the Dairyland Dolls going up against Aggie Wartooth, your lead jammer. There's a whistle out there somewhere, rogue whistle. That's going to go to a blocker from arch rival St. Lunatics, a track cut. Wah, wah. And Hammer slicing through, picking up 3 points on that pass. It was 4 points. And then there's another bit.
$14 points so far for the Dairyland Dolls, 131 for them.
Dairyland Dolls defense doing a magnificent job on that jam, putting up 14 points to arch rivals 4.
This is going to bring us
17.
to intermission. Don't forget to go outside and check out the food carts. There's Buzzy's Lake House, Jakarta Cafe, and the Chocolate Shop.
And they're there till 9:30. Yum, 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 yum. Also, buy some refreshments here. All proceeds go to the Mad Rollin Dolls. This second half is creeping up on us.
Dun, dun.
Dun, dun. So starting off the second half, score sits at 134-74. Dairyland Dolls B team over the arch rival B St. Lunatics. Dairyland Dolls went on a bit of a scoring tear near the end. Big points put up by Udder Riddance with a 22-point jam and a 14-point jam in that first half. Seven Ultraviolet for arch rivals, jumping up that inside line, picking up lead jam to start off the second half as Shantastic McAwesome works her way up against the St. Lunatics defense.
Quick call off by the St. Lunatics. Going to be 3 for them. 2 for the Dairyland Dolls. Oh, excuse me, 2 up.
We got some people, looks like maybe in the penalty box, so ghost points.
Lead jammer awarded to Blanche Devereaux.
That saucy jammer, Blanche Devereaux, getting that lead jam.
Her wardrobe, though, is fantastic.
And the star pass has been handed off to the pivot now. Shekill O'Neal for the St. Lunatics.
And that's going to force the call off, bring us to the end of the gym. 5 for the Dairyland Dolls.
Shout out to Lady Scratch.
We got Flash champion for arch rival. And Udder Riddance for the Dairyland Dolls B team.
And quick around the outside, lead jammer is Flash. Flash.
Out like a flash. So many flash puns.
I know. Blinded by the amount of them.
And we got a star pass.
That is Dalek Doll, your pivot, now jammer.
That's going to force the call off. Going to bring some points for Arch. Jimmy nails the March Madness for the Dairyland Dolls. Bloody Gaga for arch rival. Remember, the Dolls are in white. The St. Lunatics are in black.
La March Madness is your lead jammer for the Dairyland Dolls. This Bloody Gaga gets recycled back by Bada Boom Box.
Gonna be a back block for Bada Boom Box.
Bada Boom Box heading to the bear and bottle penalty box.
And the
that
jam's called up.
jam comes to an end. On the line, we have Hammer Abbey for the Dairyland Dolls and Hall Over Fist for our tribal.
The lead jammer goes to Hammer Abbey from the Dairyland Dolls.
Who's that whistle? Who's that whistle? Who's that girl?
4 points put up by Hammer Abbey on that jam. That brings Dairyland Dolls 153 to our tribal's 82.
Last time I saw her face was all messed up, and so I keep expecting her face to be messed up, but that was 2 years ago. Oh, God, yeah.
Udder Riddens jamming against Ultraviolet.
Ultra skipping around the outside and pick up lead jam status for the St. Lunatics. St. Lunatics heading up, trying to pick off points.
2 for the St. Lunatics.
Apparently he doesn't like losing.
I guess when I was on my way back from the bathroom, I ran into him. I was like, "Gil, you look mad." He's like, I was like,
He said what?
"I am mad." I was like, "Yeah."
Okay.
He's like, "Yeah, we're just missing like it's not an excuse, but we are missing like 3 of our songs." And I was like, "Okay, whatever." But
Aggie Wartooth up against Shantastic McAwesome.
Bada Boombox with the recycle back. As Shan working on her way up front. And now Slyanide with the recycle back.
We're watching this. Why? 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 We're working.
3 points put up by Shantastic McAwesome. Nope. Nope. It looks like 2. Just 2. Back on the track, lead jammer going to Blanche Devereaux of the Dairyland Dolls B team. Flash out there working on her initial.
Shaquille O'Neal clearing the penalty box.
Penalty being called on St. Lunatics pivot, sending them to the penalty box. Splatter.
There's some tiptoeing on the inside line for 5 points for Blanche Devereaux.
And Blanche taking on that defensive line in back all alone until the cavalry can come in. She's able to pull up 3 more points. La March Madness on the line for the Dairyland Dolls. A pile up on the outside. A forearm going to the St. Lunatics jammer, Bloody Gaga. So a power jam in favor of the Dairyland Dolls B team. Knock sent to the Baron Bottle penalty box. And lead jammer awarded to La March Madness.
Four points to La March Madness.
And a back block is going to be sending Bloody Gaga back to the beer and bottle penalty box, extending the power jam in favor of the Dairyland Dolls B team.
I'm going to bring the Dairyland Dolls to 9 on the jam. 178 for them, 84 for arch rival. Pabst Blue Ribbon is a longtime supporter of Madison Roller Derby, so PBR yourself ASAP at a nearby concession. Craft beers from Ale Asylum and Capital Brewery are also available for purchase.
Nat Splat on the line for the Dairyland Dolls in this power jam start. And Bloody Gaga now back on the track, also working. Whistle being called, back block assessed to the pivot for our rival St. Lunatics. And everyone gets a back block on this jam, all the pivots. Lead jammer, though, is awarded to Net Splat of the Dairyland Dolls B team. Defensive work up front by Hell Woods, Goldman Smacks, and Battle Frog. Flash able to, nope, that's Bloody Gaga able to sneak through there.
And they'll love it for every time.
Hammer Abbey jamming for the Dairyland Dolls up against Oliver Fist. For the St. Lunatics, lead goes to Oliver Fist from the St. Lunatics. Hollerifus back in the pack, scoring eligible. Calls that one off. Able to hold the dolls scoreless.
It was really good. I had one earlier.
Gooder riddance. Jamming up against Ultraviolet. Ultraviolet gets lead for the St. Lunatics.
And it looks like a power jam in favor of the St. Lunatics as Guderins head into the penalty box for a high block.
5 quick points for Ultraviolet.
Nice offensive work as Ultraviolet swings around the outside there for another 5 points.
I see why it's called 2 fingers in the whistle.
And another 5 points for Ultraviolet, going to bring Ultraviolet up to 15 and the St. Lunatics over the century mark.
Wah, 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 wah. Guderins back on the track, busting our way through the defense.
Ultraviolet calls that one off. 20 points for Ultraviolet and the arch rival St. Lunatics.
The prettiest tiptoe is on the outside line by Shantastic McAwesome, your lead jammer.
I have bet running through my head now. It's like, how long of that song is saying for anybody that would go well with? Like, even time for attack.
Flash on the line for the St. Lunatics going up against Blanche Devereaux, who is your lead jammer.
Blanche Devereaux calls that one off, grabbing 2 on that.
Yeah, I'm going to have to request this one happen during the unicorn game tomorrow morning.
Oh, yeah.
La March Madness on the line for the Dairyland Dolls. Bloody Gaga for the St. Lunatics. Whistles being blown, a track cut being called on a St. Lunatics blocker. And
The March Madness is lead jammer for the Dairyland Dolls.
And Dalekdahl with the recycle back on the St. Lunachicks jammer. And Lamarche through for a 5-point scoring pass. 10 on the jam so far. Or just make it 10. Just 10 sounds
10.
good. Just stay there.
Nice even number.
We hit on 10? No, we stay on 10.
It's always in our hearts.
That spot jamming for the Dairyland Dolls up against Oliver Fist. We've seen this matchup quite a few times. This time, Oliver Fist is going to come out on top with lead jammer for the St. Lunachicks.
That jam comes to an end. Arch rival putting up 3 points. Score 198 Dairyland Dolls. Arch rival 111.
We've got Hammer Abbey jamming against Ultraviolet. Lead jammer going to Ultraviolet. Remember Ultraviolet from that 20-point jam the last time she was lead.
Big spill on turn 2. Hammer able to get into the pack and pick up 2 points. Timeout called on the side of the Dairyland Dolls, which gives us a chance to chat about some friends.
Did you know that the only functional fitness facility of its kind that is truly welcome to all levels, all bodies, and all humans is Forward Training?
Tell me more.
It's located on Madison's east side and offers personal and small group training with an emphasis on form and proper technique. You can join Fundamentals 9-week course programs to learn how to bring awareness to your body and train to enhance overall physical performance in all realms of life. Whether you're recovering from an injury or preparing for competition or just want to reduce persistent pain and tightness, Forward can help. Join us for our grand opening this July and visit our booth today for more information, short demos, and to get signed up to move forward with us this summer.
I love it. Raquel is here all weekend as well. They have a table over in their vendor area. They have lacrosse balls and other sorts of things. So if you want to head over there at some point, roll out your sore muscles, they can help you out with that this weekend. Udder Rinnan's on the line for the Dairyland Dolls up against Aggie Wartooth. And a fight against Battle Frog up front, but a big hit by Udder Rinnan's at the end.
Fantastic Miss Awesome jamming for the Dairyland Dolls, but lead goes to Flash from the St. Lunatics.
And Shantastic McAwesome able to sneak in and pick up 1 point. That brings our score to Dairyland Dolls 201, Arch Rival 113 with just over 8 minutes to go.
I read something about that. Yeah, like
Jimmy, now we have Blanche Devereaux up against Bloody Gaga. Lead jammer goes to Blanche Devereaux. Five points for the Dairyland Dolls, bringing them up to 206.
And Blanche calls off that jam. Picking up 6 points. Track cut called. That is going to go to the St. Lunatics jammer, Hall over fist. As the St. Lunatics recycle back the jammer, La March Madness. And La March Madness out on her initial. She had unfortunately done a stash though, so this is going to be a 2-minute jam. But it's a power jam. So, you got that going for you.
For 30 seconds.
Yeah, you know. LaMarche shrugging off those hits on the outside. 5 points up. St. Lunatics doing a great job of amoebing together there and bringing the jammer to a stop. Both jammers hung up on that turn 3. But Hall over fist emerges. 4 points for St. Lunatics.
And
Oh, at the end of that 2-minute jam, points were scored. 218, Dairyland Dolls B team, 117, Arch Rival B team.
Ultraviolet out super fast. Lead jammer for the St. Lunatics.
Nat Splat still working on her initial, working up against that defense up front.
Somebody better get her the best jammer award. That's a couple on the outside.
Cut called on Ultraviolet. This is going to be a 2-minute jam and a power jam for Nat Splat.
Oh, thank you. Don't mind if I do.
No, it's for Nat Splat. It's not for you.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
It's a gift to all of us. Nat working against that defensive 2-wall up front, the pivot for St. Lunatics, and number 6, Bruise Almighty. As Nat Splat emerges with 5 points to her name.
I don't know what penalties are anymore.
4 points going to Ultraviolet.
And another 4-point pass for Nat.
Gonna be 4 more for Ultraviolet as well. Bringing that jam to a 9 on 8.
What a plethora of 2-minute jams we have had in this game. Woo! Hammer Abbey on the line for the Dairyland Dolls. That is Aggie Wartooth for the St. Lunatics. Lead jammer going to Hammer Abbey of the Dairyland Dolls B team.
Five points and a quick call off from Hammer Abbey.
.124 versus 24. That is Flash versus Shantastic McAwesome. They both got such fancy feet.
All the scrum pushing, dancing, hopping.
But Flash emerges first with lead jammer status. Just a little stash there.
That's going to have that jam end with a call off by Flash.
But we're going to wait for the official final. But I do believe that we can call this game in favor of the Dairyland Dolls B team. 232 over arch rival St. Lunatics 130.
Don't forget, you can go outside and get some food truck food until 9:30. So make sure you visit Buzzy's Lake House, Jakarta Cafe, and the chocolate shop.
And they are there till 9:30. After 9:30, visit us at the after party at the Brass Ring. I have been Alligator.
I'm October Revolution.
See you later.